Oh man, Uncle T is something else, man. Uncle T is something else. But anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Casper Maxi mug. It is strong. Everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Casper. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, we'll look at market performance for the past 24 hours. Man, Trumpicius is calm. He's not moving an inch. Man, he must be plotting something. He's doing that guy when he's so quiet and not tweeting. Something is not right. Right after that, we'll look at prices in details. And right after that, we will check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But yeah, before that, guys, I'm serious, man. I'm serious when I tell you, when the US government is so quiet about what is going on right now with gold, that's what I mean, gold, and they are not saying anything about it, these guys, something else is coming. I think they're about to fuck the world's economy up when that happens. Because you tell me, okay, you tell me, give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. You tell me, a couple of weeks now we've been talking about this, and I've been telling you, gold is having an abnormal price, an abnormal price movement on gold, which is like, when you look at it on technicals, the RSI is way up there, MACD is way up there, everything is way up there, and yet gold is still climbing. Okay, when we check about the world reserves, the US has the biggest amount of gold. And now, if you go check, what I was looking at it earlier, Poland has been the number one right now. Central banks in Poland, they are being number one in purchasing gold. They are buying so much gold, followed by Turkey and Qatar. I don't know. They are buying so much gold. And when you think about it, everybody and their grandmama, they're telling you, yeah, we can ditch the dollar and go to the gold standard, which again, it does not make any sense. If you are trying to take the power away from the United States, US has, for what we know, because I'm telling you, if you do calculate the gold that they've been seizing from all World War I, World War II, everything else that they've been seizing, I think they have more than that. But officially, US has over 8,000 metric tons of gold, compared to the second largest holder, who holds around, I think it's Germany, around what, 3,000 metric tons. So the US, what we know at Fort Knox, 8,000 metric tons. So if you make the gold, if you go back to the gold standard, guess who you are going to be supporting? The US, right? So all these people coming around trying to go, yeah, the US dollar is not good and we're gonna go back to the gold standard and blah blah blah, and the US is not even talking about it. They don't even care, because the word on the street, okay, what they are doing, they're saying, one, they're going to use crypto. Two, they are also going to use gold. So the US treasuries are going to get pegged to gold and crypto. Now, the reason why they are not so leaning on the side of gold pegged US treasuries is because if you do that, you are going to give a competition to the US dollar. So if you ask my humble opinion, I think they're going to lean towards more of a stable coin pegged treasuries. That's what they're going to lean into. The world don't like it. Nobody else like it, because you can see Russia has started to cry about it, and China is trying to cry about it. Everybody else is crying about it, but hey, it's the good old US. I told you guys, you cannot get rid of the US dollar that easily. You can't. A lot of people have tried. The latest one being the European Union. You all remember, right? Because I do remember I was in Spain. Spain used to use pesetas. and they swap. Everybody else in the Europe swap into using the euro. Okay, and I think that England pulled away from it. They pulled and they're still using their pound sterling. But anyways, the reason why they did that, they were trying to dethrone the dollar, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Now you have the BRICS coming in, which again, I still scratching my head about it. The BRICS, they're trying to use gold as the standard. If you do that, the US is still going to be ruling on your side of the world. That's still going to be that. I understand the reason. I understand why they're saying they want to get away from the dollar because of the sanctions and all that stuff. But hey, if you check it, the sanctions are used to check to check the bad actors, to put them in check. Without those sanctions, do you know how much things Russia and the rest of them that wants to have this empire spread around the world would have been doing? But anyways, we are not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about opportunities. And when I mean opportunities, what's happening right now with gold, my friends? For example, look at the gold chart. You tell me if this is normal. See, this is on the weekly. You tell me if this, my friends, you tell me if this is normal. This is gold on the weekly. That's why I keep saying, when I say Bitcoin, it looks like it's going to go to that 150, 160,000, and then that gold is running on fumes. This is what I mean. Since let's see, 2025. Let me see what was the date. Gold has been on a tear. I'm trying to zoom in to see where this chart begins. Gold has been on a tear. See, since 2017, the gold has not corrected. The only time we saw a correction in gold, that was in during the COVID time. Okay, if you guys do remember, here, somewhere here, right there, yeah, 2022 during COVID. That was the only time gold saw a correction. But when you look at this chart, if you ask for my humble opinion, this, my friends, is hot potatoes getting ready. Because when you look at it, it's a parabola. See, it's almost vertically going up. The question is, how high can it keep going when it's sitting like this? That's why when you ask me, and I keep saying, guys, you have to pay attention to a bunch of things, okay? You have to pay attention for a bunch of things, because if the gold crashes right now, that would be the end of Bitcoin. That would be the end of it, because gold usually leads the charts. It leads the charts, and then when it tops out and starts to come down, Bitcoin follows and then comes down too. This crash that happened, okay? Everybody telling you that Bitcoin is going to $500,000. Look at gold. Gold is where you have to look at first. When you look at gold, then you'll be able to make an assumption, okay? I'm not going to say it's 100%, okay? At least with an accuracy of 80 to 85% of where Bitcoin is going. That's where you have to look at it. Now, when we talk about opportunities, okay, opportunities are there because people are going to short gold. I don't normally do that. I don't do forex trading or none of that. I don't do none of that. I like doing, to be honest, I learned my lesson with forex trading. I like doing with crypto. Crypto, yeah, there's a lot of volatility. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you gain. Trust me, but it's more control in crypto than it is in the traditional assets. Okay, so yeah, the opportunities we are talking about here, I told you I will let you know when I start shorting Bitcoin. That's why I am watching the gold chart, because the gold chart will tell me when to start. And then on top of that, you see people, for a little hiccup that happened, okay, the little hiccup that happened the other day, a lot of people are exiting the market. And what have you been talking around here around here? When you see the blood, that's when you get in head first, right? Head first. Because we've been talking about coins on this channel. For me, mainly two coins, mainly. First is going to be Casper, second is going to be Quant. Now, everybody and their grandmama, they are running away from the financial system. Everybody and their grandmama thinks the dollar is going to crash and it's going to go to shit and all that stuff. What they are not looking at is what is really behind that door. What's really behind it? Okay, let's think the opposite. Everybody thinks it's going to crash. But the question you're not asking is, what if the US manages, okay, to delete that debt? What if it does? What if this theory that they have right now about pegging stable coins to their treasuries, what if it works? What if it works? Then what? Everybody and their grandmama who thought the market is going down, okay, who thought like, hey, the US dollar is going down, the whole world economy is going to be fucked up, they are all going to be left holding hot potatoes. And that's why I'm telling you guys, if you're dealing or buying stocks and ETFs, which I'm buying a lot of ETFs too. I'm buying a lot of treasuries. I'm doing that because they usually say, don't how do you put it? Follow the big money, right? That's in a simple term. Just follow the money. Big money right now, if you go look at the amount that is getting spent in buying US Treasury bonds, is funny. That's the reason why I am buying them, because they must know something that I don't know. Why is it that when everybody's saying the US dollar is going to collapse, US economy is going to go, blah, 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 they are buying those treasury bonds? Why? That's the first question you have to ask yourself. So yeah, as a generational wealth that we are seeking, that, my friend, is an opportunity. I know a lot of you are only stuck in crypto, but I'm telling you, that's another opportunity right there. US Treasury bonds. And I'm not talking about the short-term ones. This is how you make your retirement money. Long-term bonds have a higher interest rates than short-term. You can also make money with short-term, but when you start investing in long-term, they pay you even higher dividends when those things mature. 10, 20, 30 years, I don't know which one you're going to pick. But once you start dealing with it and you retire in the next 20 years, your retirement check is right there waiting for you. You see? So yeah, don't run away from them. Now it's time for you. I'm not saying go buy. I'm trying to tell you, now is the time for you to start looking into those things. Go and do your research on them, and you will realize why I am talking about them today. You will realize it. So, as a matter of fact, all these countries that were dumping the U.S. treasuries, which thought they could force the U.S. to collapse and all that stuff, guess what? They have started buying them back. And U.S. has accomplished exactly what they wanted to. And what was that? I know you would ask. The U.S. wanted to hold majority of those treasury bonds themselves. So when Trump, our good friend, Trumpicius, started those trade wars, all the bonds that were sold, they bought them themselves. They bought them, right? And you guys remember when I was telling you that these rate cuts is not the same. You remember that, right? Guess what? They are now contemplating reversing the trade cuts. They have started whispering that in the street because, again, like we said, you cut rates right now is not going to benefit the economy. It's not. As well as we are seeing right now, it's not going to benefit. So yeah, you have to position yourself on that. People right now, everybody and their grandmama is trying to tell you, okay, US is printing money unless they stop. And the US is telling people, we're going to fix this problem. We're going to fix it because once the Russian guy said the other day, the US is trying to get rid of the $31 trillion debt. If the US get rid of it, the dollar will become, again, the most powerful asset. And you better be holding the US Treasury bonds. Trust me. You better. Because, again, everybody who is running away from it, they're trying to buy gold, they're trying to do this, blah, blah, blah. No matter what road you go, if the US goes to peg it to the stable coins, you're still going to make it. You're going to win. If they go to peg it to the gold because they are holding the most amount of gold on earth, you're still going to win. You see? Opportunity. Right there looking at you. The question is, are you going to look at that opportunity and evaluate the risk? Know how much you can handle and get in it. I know I'm investing in treasury bonds. If let's just say things go the opposite way, okay, it don't matter to me. I'm willing to lose the money if I have to lose it. The same thing goes, you remember when the market went down and I lost those couple of trades, I was okay with it, because at first, like I said, you don't invest money you are not willing to lose. It's a normal place. It's a normal thing for trader to do. You need to have that mentality. You need to have that mindset. Okay? So now, going back again, we are getting closer and closer and closer. And you keep telling people, generational wealth is on Casper. Generational wealth is on Quant. We are now in October. Okay? We are now in October. Next month, ISO 20022 is going to go live. Next month. Once it goes live, watch Quant. Right now it is sitting at $100 or whatever the price it is, and you tell somebody you need to accumulate Quant. They look at you crazy, like you are speaking alien, not even Chinese, because at least Chinese you can pick a couple words of what they're saying. You tell somebody like, dude, once that ISO 20022 goes live, the overledger will kick in, and once it kicks in, for you to use it, you need to hold and stake Quant. There is going to be a supply shock. And once that supply shock happens, you know, every day I've been telling you the price levels that I'm looking at, right? Guys, this crash that just happened, go look at how much people bought on Quant. Look at the amount. I'm telling you, this is going to be something that most people, it will catch them off guard. It will catch them. And again, you need to have that winning mentality. Like, for example, I was saying the other day, okay? And then, because there's a guy that was asking me, and he said, you said $10 Quant. I mean, $10 Casper. So you are not selling. No, I'm not selling my Casper. I've been saying it here, and I've said it over and over again. I'm not selling my Casper, because Casper is my generational wealth. And a lot of you will start to understand what I mean by that once all the smart contracts go live. Because then, guys, people seems to think $10 is too far away. Okay, but $10 is Casper hitting that $300 billion market cap, which is not far. And once everybody begins to understand that Casper is what the ideal blockchain or block DAG has to be, they will flock in. Institution will flock in. You will start seeing mainstream media flocking in. You will start seeing ETFs. You will start hearing about strategic reserves and all that stuff. And when it happens, $10 will become the new 6 cents. You understand? It will become the new 6 cents. You will see. And everybody else keep calling it like, yes, we want to be rich. We want to have this generational wealth. We want to do this. Again, yesterday I asked, or day before yesterday, when was it? When I said, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? There is no way you are going to make money if you don't spend money. The most sensible things for us to do is try to spend less money to make a lot of money. And that situation right now, again, is sitting right in front of you with Casper, with Quant. Quant right now, I told you, for me, if you ask my humble opinion, Quant is a $5,000 coin, minimum. Quant is a $5,000 coin. I've been saying it here and nobody listens. Nobody wants to say and do anything about it. But yet, you're about to see it. Because once this law takes place and every bank starts to use it, you will understand. For me, I don't care if I have to wait 2 years to make $10 million with Quant. It will be worth it. Seriously, it will be worth it. Same things goes to Casper. I don't care if I have to wait 5 years to make $500 million with Casper. It is worth it, because when you think about it logically, what job are you going to do, okay, in the next 5 years that will pay you $500 million? What job? But yet everybody's looking at it like, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Look at the fundamentals. Look at what the team he's been accomplishing. Like the other day, I thought like, okay, somebody's suppressing Casper, but the rumors, again, until I hear Binance or Coinbase come out and confirm this. But the rumors are saying like the reason why they are not listing Kaspa on those exchanges is because Kaspa is too fast. They need to adjust their infrastructure to be able to accommodate Kaspa. That's what they are saying. So again, imagine they come out tomorrow and they tell you like, yeah, they have adjusted it and everything is now working fine. Bam, list Kaspa. All of you crying about 5-6 cents right now. Do you know what will happen to the Kaspa's price if it gets listed on Binance? People still have that illusion in their head. But I know a bunch of coins that have succeeded without Kaspa. But let's just say let's say they list Kaspa. Kaspa is gonna run. $1 to $3 will be a thing of a quick succession. That's what is gonna happen. But yet, everybody and their grandmama, all they're looking at is just the actual price. That's what they care about. Which again is your money. You can do whatever you want with it. But you should not be on this channel telling me you're trying to be a millionaire if you have a problem in accumulating Kaspa at 5-6 cents. When are you going to accumulate it? If you think now it's not worth it, when are you going to do it? When it's $1? That's normally what happens. People who are running away right now from Kaspa, running away from all these opportunities, they usually run back when everybody and their grandmom is getting in. And when that happens, Casper is going to start shooting, and it's going to be a situation like you trying to catch a fallen knife. That's what it's going to be, because if you do that, you are going to become exit liquidity to a bunch of people. Not for me, because like I said, I'm not selling my Casper unless we hit $10 or above it. And even if when we hit it, I'm not going to be selling much of my stuff. I'm only probably at $10 probably going to sell what my miners are making. Yeah, well, that's what I would do. Again, everybody's just looking at it. Everybody's just like, you have it in front of them. Be like, hey, this is a piece of gold. Have it. Hey, get this piece of gold right here. They look at it because it's not shining yet. And that looks like a normal stone, and they throw it down. That is the same situation you're having with Casper right now, and even Quant. That's why you have them. You say like, okay, this is a diamond. They look at a diamond, but because it's not shining, throw it away. Wait until somebody else comes, picks up that diamond, polishes it, and it starts to shine. Oh my God, that's a diamond. Oh my God, that's a diamond. Oh, you want this diamond? Okay. You're going to have to pay me $200,000 for it. Oh, yeah, here. That is when they will go buy it. But when you give it to them unpolished, they could not recognize what it is. They threw it away just like a normal stone. It's the same situation you're looking at right now with Quant, with Casper, with Cubic. That's what you're looking at right now. Like I said, Cubic on the other end, they are building an AI ecosystem. Why I call it a high risk, high reward? You know, everybody right now is AI. I usually use the example. Y'all know, I think it was 2009 or 2008 when these heavy duty trucks came out, right? But that's also the first time that we started seeing high definition TVs, right? Everybody, their grandmama wanted a high definition TV. And what did the car industry do? They know the same truck that came out in 2000, they have heavy duties already. But they used to say, for example, Ford heavy duty. They used to write it completely. But since they knew that people got hypnotized just by seeing HD, high definition, they stopped writing heavy duty. What they were doing, like, they'll write Ford and they'll write HD on the side as a badge. And that's all it took. Did you know how many trucks did GMC, Ford, and all of them sold in 2009 just because they put HD behind it? Go search, go research. It is the same thing with Cubic. Right now, everybody and their grandmama is on AI. The glasses I'm wearing right now, these are AI. They can translate, they can play music, they can do all that stuff. Everybody's on AI. Now, the cryptocurrency enthusiasm, imagine when they find out that there is a project out there that has a full ecosystem on AI. Guess what it's going to do? A lot of them are going to flock in there like ships without head. And guess what's going to happen to Quant, cubic price? Boom, it's going to run. Even if it was for a short time, it's going to run. And if you're smart enough, you're going to make your money. Just like Cardano. Everybody and their grandmama was saying, hey, the raccoon is going to have smart contracts. We're going to be the best thing on earth. Blah, blah, blah. Those of them that made that move, guilty, we got into Cardano. Cardano got up there. I didn't wait that much because I didn't think Cardano would go to $3, to be honest. I'm going to be transparent with you guys. Once we get to like 270, I think it was, I sold mine. I kind of regretted it a little bit because it went a little bit above $3. And if I have held a little bit, I would have made a little bit more money. But that's the same situation with Cubic. You don't understand. We don't know how the ecosystem or AI is going to work, okay? But if they pull it off, you're going to make a lot of money out of it. If they don't pull it off, at least that price, that momentum that it went up, you're still going to make money out of it. You see? Quant, next month. Compliance. Casper, you got now, Casplex went live. Look at TVL. Look at transactions. Look at everything going on now. You see how it has started to pick up, right? Igra Lab is going live very soon, and you're about to see the same thing again. Then the icing on the cake is going to be Sparkle. Sparkle is going to go live, and again, you're about to see. So you can sit around and not spot these opportunities if you want. Hey, don't say you wasn't told. Because every day I'm here, every day other people are there making whatever to try to bring that awareness to you. To me, I'm trying to tell you, generational wealth is right in front of you. All you have to do is grab it. Grab it like your life depends on it. Don't listen to these people. For example, Casper, when the market crashed, all these haters, they couldn't see anything else that was crashing except for Casper. But guess what? When the market rebounded, guess what the top one of the top performance was? Not one, the top performance. Casper. Casper went from 1 cent right back up to 5 cents. They're not talking about it. Nobody's going to tell you about it. But everybody is quick to remember about the red. I've been saying it here, guys. Casper is going to be the only one running in 2026. Watch and see. Okay? Watch and see. Don't be like everybody else. Be like Uncle Tommy was today. Uncle Tommy, we all thought he probably, well, he fooled me too, right? Because I thought maybe he's out of the cheesecake. He's no longer dealing with it. But Uncle Tommy, man, Granny, like I call like I usually do. I call, where's Uncle T at? Granny's going like, excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Granny's going like, I think I saw him right here. I said, so where can he disappear? And guy like, I don't know. So, you know, Granny's busy cooking in the kitchen, right? So she opens the refrigerator and then she just pauses. What the hell? I'm like, what's going on, Granny? Tommy, where's Tommy at? I said, man, what's Uncle T do now? He's the only one that will know where this went to. I said, what are you looking for? So, trying to open the door, right? The door wasn't opening. And Granny's like, look behind the door. There you had Uncle T with a piece of cheesecake, right? Trying to eat it slowly. That way he wouldn't make noise or nothing. So Granny like, you see, I told you he was the only one that's going to know where this is. We're trying to put your fat ass on the, on the diet. And you're busy stealing the cheesecakes in the refrigerator. And Uncle T was like, you know when you catch somebody in the act and they can't run and they can't say anything? Man, I just started cracking myself. I'm like, Uncle T, what the hell, bro? He like, man, the market is boring. I can't watch Trumpicious on TV. I got hungry. I said, man, you should eat you a salad. Not that. Man, Granny grabbed her slippers and he was trying to chasing him out. She started chasing him around the house like, don't stop eating. I told you stop eating this. And I was like, who fixed the cheesecake in the first place? So Grandma like, I didn't fix it, but I saw it in the refrigerator, so I kept an eye on it to try to make sure he doesn't eat it. But Uncle T found a way to crawl under the table, get into the refrigerator while Grandma was at the kitchen cooking, grab the cheesecake. He didn't have time to go to the basement. The quickest way was behind the door to try to eat it. So look at Uncle T. Look at Uncle T right there. Like a grandma just coming. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm gonna like shit. I got caught. She got me. Grandma trying to slap the shit out of him, and I'm going like, you Jesus Christ. That's what you deserve. So stop stealing this cheesecake. Go over there and do something else, man. He was just like a child, you know. Have you ever poured cold water on a cat? That's how he was standing, like, oh. Anyways, guys, yeah, don't let people tell you different. The opportunity is right there. Market down. Don't run away from it. Now is the time that you are supposed to accumulate, because now is how millionaires are made. If you run away from opportunity, you are going to spend a long time regretting it. Trust me. Been there, done that. And just like me, I learned from my past experiences. That's why I am not letting Casper go by me. I'm not letting Quant, Jasmine, or even Cubic go by. I am getting this thing. Even Terra Luna Classic. A bunch of you know I bought Terra Luna Classic a long time ago. I just staked it and forget about it. I don't care if it goes down or if it goes up. Look, I still have every single coin that I bought with Terra Luna Classic. Okay, give me a second. Okay, open this up. I still have every Terra Luna Classic that I bought. I haven't sold any. Okay, because I staked it. If you look at the stake right here, 81 million. I still have them. I think it's worth like what, $3,000-$4,000 worth. So is it still there? Because for me, like I said, I believe in if you hold an opportunity. I don't know, for some reason, okay, for some reason, Binance is working hard on this thing. I don't know why. And that's why I say, okay, I'm going to take a chance at it. Things like that. You take a chance at it when everybody's looking far away. You take a chance at it. Because for me, Luna Classic had that stable coin that was pretty good. If they can fix that stable coin, then yeah, things are going to be nice. But anyways, I'm just holding it. Yeah, even though it looks like crap. There's a bunch of coins that I'm holding. Like, I know you guys know Action, right? Axion or Action, whatever they call that thing. I bought it, I staked it, and it's still right there. You take a chance, guys. Take a chance. To become a multi-millionaire, you have to do things not everybody's doing. You do those things because before you know it, bam, it's going to go. It's going to fly. On my Trust wallet the other day, I had bought these coins, what is it called, HT or whatever. I had bought it long time ago. I think it was like 2021 or something like that. I had bought it. And not much, like 98,000 of them or something. And I forgot all about them. Went about my life. Yesterday I opened, I just say, you know what? Let me see what's in my Trust wallet. Maybe it's all shit coins. So I opened my Trust wallet. That thing is up $1,000. And if I tell you that I only spent $50 in it, you will not believe me. That's what I'm saying. Take chances on things. And this is coins that when I was chasing green candles, that's when I bought those things. Now my mentality switched because now I know how to do my research. I know how to look at why is things happen, which one really has potential. Now things change. But anyways, you have to learn how to take that risk. Calculate your risk, manage your risk, because trust me, 2026 will be the last year that things are going to be easy. After 2026, the wealth transfer is going to happen. Question is, on what side of that fence are you going to be standing? Are you going to be standing on the regret side, or are you going to be standing on the winning side? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. So for crypto bubbles, we see here, crypto bubbles, what do we have? There you go. Bitcoin is doing its thing, right? Bitcoin is doing its thing. And again, if you look at this COAI, again, when things pump like this, everything is red, but this one is going like this. Yeah, nah, I will stay away from it. This, yeah, I don't know. I stay away from it. Okay, so anyways, now let's go look at the market. Let's see. We're gonna start first with King Kaspa, KAS. We see here for the past hour we are up 1%, 4.7% down on the day. 23.7% down on the week, 29.8% down on the month, and 57.7% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.56 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $60.43 million. Okay, now a lot of people will be saying, why is the market red? Guys, the problem now why the market is red is because, hey, our good friend Trumpicius Magicius, like he said the other day, he's going to send those stones to our good friend Zelensky. He's about to send it to them, and Zelensky is looking at the other guy across the road, Putinicius, be like, hey, I'm about to throw these stones at your glass houses. That's what I'm about to do. And Putinicius goes, oh really? Mobilization. Hey, every minion that I have, I need 130,000 or 100. I don't know how much he's trying to pull up to trying to tell Zelensky's. Like, if you throw stones over there, you and I, and then you have tensions like you have our good friend Magicius, okay, Trumpicius said, if you send those 130,000 minions, hey, I have another one. Everybody and their grandmama, we also gonna send minions. So that those tensions is what is causing all this market to be like this, uncertain. But I think it's just a temporary thing, and everybody's trying to front run the market. Like we've seen here so many times, people front run the market and trying to get the best price of it. So the market is absorbing that shock. When it happens, after that, it's just gonna run. That's why you're looking at all this sea of red right now. Anyway, now let's go look at Quant, QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin people love to hate. 1.2% up the last hour, 2.2% down on the day, 14% down on the week, 12% down on the month, 30.2% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.29 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $20.36 million. We look at Cubic, high risk, high reward. We have here laying flat on the hour, 3.3% up on the day, 8.7% down on the week, 22.4% down on the month, and 10.5% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $202.16 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $5.53 million. Now we look at Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin. What do we have here? 0.6% up the last hour, 5.1% down on the day, 19.2% down on the week, 25.1% down on the month, 49.4% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $505.12 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $27.98 million. Now, last but not the least, Jonathan's pet turtle, Bitcoin, or the orange guy. As you guys can see, 0.7% up the last hour, 1.8% down on the day, 10% down on the week, 3.6%. Excuse me for a second. Yeah, sorry about that. I guess I have to do it again. So for Bitcoin, 0.8% up the last hour, 1.7% down on the day, 10% down on the week, 3.6% down on the month, and 68.5% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $2.22 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $72.31 billion, as you guys can see. Now let's go look at prices in details just a little bit, okay? It's not going to be that much, but trading view, let's see here. We see here that the correlation is still pretty much going in the same direction. But one thing that caught my attention is the value of Dixie. The US dollar still sits at 98 points. That's how crazy it is. It's still sitting at 98 points. So yeah, it is it's pretty much holding up there. But we need to see the inverse correlation happen, okay? We need to see either Bitcoin going up and Dixie dropping, or Dixie dropping, Bitcoin going down, or Bitcoin going up. I mean, it need to be inversely, okay? Anyways, now if you go look at charts, we're gonna start here with King Casper. Casper right now on the hourly, okay, we are tempted to go towards the moving average, but we didn't. But if you ask me, like right now, the way things are looking for Bitcoin, it seems like Casper is trying to form this double bottom, and some people are calling it a bull flag. But yeah, I think it's a kind of a double bottom or a triangle formation, because if you look, we have a clear support right there, clear support, clear resistance, right? That's what we have, and we do have the price bouncing in, out, in, out, in, out until probably, and then we go, because hey, symmetrical triangles are bullish patterns. Other people are saying now it's a bull flag, because I'm thinking like they're looking at this way. That's the pole, and we have the flag going on, okay? Which again, we're gonna see if it's gonna bounce up and keep on going. Either ways, no matter how it does, it is still a bullish structure. So for me, like I said, I told you guys, you have to watch out. First of all, the ribbon, even though it is red, it is very squeezed, like really squeezing, okay? That is, the swings on the ribbon are not wide. They are very like very tight. So whatever, any day now, you're going to see Bitcoin make a huge move. And once Bitcoin make a move, Casper is going to run. Even before that, if the Eagle Lab goes live, you're about to see this thing starts to run, okay? So yeah, we sit tight and we about to wait. Like I said, for me, I'm still expecting the price to go upwards, because again, first thing, price always get attracted to the moving average. And plus, we have a resistance up here, which means this thing will probably come here, try the resistance, try to break above this triangle again. So yeah, that is what's happening right now. On the 4 hourly, if you look at it, you see that here, again, ribbon has not started to curve again. Ever since we did this, we are waiting. But one thing you can see is that the ribbon is spreading out, see, spreading. That's what normally happens before you see it starts to do this, and then they cross over. Then price climbs above it and go trade it. Just as normally, like we usually say on this channel, that price, as you guys can see, will go up to go try the moving average. Okay, that's where we are on this. And now, if we go to look at it on the daily, nothing much has changed. Nothing much. All I'm looking at right now is the moving average again, and then the moving ribbon. As you guys can see, it is now again starting to spray, right? It is starting to spray before you see it curve and then cross over. And just as simple as that, like I said earlier, as many times as you've been in this channel, we've seen it. Look at the distance for how low the price is, and look at where the moving average is. That is a huge distance, which tells me, like, if you put 2 and 2 together, you're going to have a V-shaped recovery, something like this happen, okay? And just like, again, it has been proven here time after time, price always get attracted to the moving average, okay? So yeah, all I'm doing is sitting tight, because again, when the market went down, that was an impulsive move. It wasn't natural. So therefore, these prices are going to go back to where they were. They were there 7-8 cents and start to move up. Because for me, if you ask me, the first resistance, actually the actual resistance is going to be at 12 cents. After that, we do have 15 cents, then 18, 19 cents. If we can close a daily candle above it, we will revisit all-time highs before Casper starts to go into price discovery. That's how it is, okay? Anyways, now if you look at Quant, for example, let's go look at Quant, QNT right quick, right here. See, Quant is almost a copy of that. Whatever that everything else is doing, Quant is almost a copy of it. If you look at our price action, just a big and beautiful bull flag, if you want to look at it that way. Or you can also call it like sideways movement, because if you look, you can consider this the pole, and you can consider this the flag. See, which means now any moment now Bitcoin breaks out, you're about to see this thing take off like a mad dog. That's what's happening here. That's why for me, I'm not panicking, because again, look at the ribbon, guys. Ribbon is so squeezed together, it's not even funny. That's what I'm telling you. You got to be watching this thing carefully. Do not panic. Do not do like a lot of people doing. Do not panic. Look at it. It's just going sideways. And now everybody looking at TA, I'm just laughing, because TA right here, technical analysis will not help you. Because if Bitcoin breaks out right now, starts to go towards that 120,000, you're about to see what Quant is going to do. That's why on my last 3-4 videos, if you guys can see, I'm just rushing through this, because nothing here will help you. Nothing matters. Okay, all you have to do is just look at Bitcoin. And for me, price targets are still the same too on Quant. We still have that $125. After that, we do have 151, which will lead us to 164, then 176. We close a daily candle above that, we'll be looking at 230. Okay, and 230, between that and the all-time high, there is not much resistance. So we will hit that all-time high, $400, before you could even say hello, and then go into price discovery. So everything still playing according to plan. All this crash did was shake a lot of people out. A lot of people are just like, you know what, I'm out, there's no more. You know, that's what they are. So anyways, you know what you're doing, you know what you want. Now let's go look at Bitcoin right quick. Okay, Bitcoin, if you look at Bitcoin, the same thing. See, Bitcoin is just going sideways. These charts, they are all, I mean, like, they are so similar, it's not even funny. Bitcoin is just going sideways. If you look at it on the 4-hourly, the same thing. There is not much difference. The same thing. Okay, so if you ask me, again, I think this is going to do this. Down and up it went. That's what I think it's going to do. But on the meantime, you need to pay attention to the ribbon, because it's still spraying out. It's not curving yet. So pay attention to the ribbon. That way you can make your move, catch on your move before anything else. Or if you're trading like me, I usually open my trade and then I will scale it up. I don't look at the price. That's how I do it. But hey, everybody has their own style of trading, right? Everybody has their own way of doing their own thing. So please, okay, I will say it again, you do not have to trade like me if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, if you don't know what you're doing, shit, take your time, go to like 2x leverage or 1x leverage, although I will not recommend leverage trading for everybody. Okay, like I said, you need to practice. Okay, to do that, down below I do have Bydfi, Phemex, Margex, and Wix exchange. Follow the links, sign up, meet that deposit requirement. They're going to give you free money. Once you get it, take $10, $20, $50, something small, and start practicing. If you are able to turn $20 into 40, 40 into 80, 80 into 150, if you are able to do that, then you are ready. If you are not able to do it, you are not ready. Okay, so please practice first before you start using big money, because if you don't, you are going to end up losing your money and become the newest member of Rec City. And trust me, they're always going to welcome you. There's always a space for one more. That's the only land that I've seen that never gets full. It never gets full. But anyways, like, now let's go look at my positions right quick. Okay, first of all, we're going to start with Bydfi. You guys know my only trade I have there right now is Quant. Okay, the overall is sitting at $6,500. Okay, that's where it is sitting at. So yeah, we good. Let's just keep sitting tight, just watch and see what the market does. If you look at that contract, you'll see that Quant is down $88. We are down 27%, which is $2,400 approximately. Okay, you guys already know I am an aggressive trader. I trade at 50x and I don't use stop losses. That's me. You can pause it and you can look at my numbers if that's what you want to do. Now, last but not the least, we go to Phemex. On Phemex, I do have a Casper trade. Okay, my trade right there, you guys know I opened this trade when the market crashed. Right now it is sitting at $2,800 overall. And if you look at the contract, you will see that here I am still in profit. I'm 73% up, which is $1,000 in profit. Yeah, everything is working according to plan. As you guys can see, the same way I trade at 50x. That's what I trade at, 50x, and no stop loss. That's me. Okay, please do not do this if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, you can pause it and you can look at my numbers if that's what you're interested in doing. Now, last but not the least, we're going to look at my son's Acorn account. I'm teaching, like you guys already know, I'm teaching him how to trade stocks and ETFs. Okay, so let's look at his account. Let's see what's going on there today. He's overall today, wow, he's up $336. Hada boy, that's my boy right there, $336. That's where he at. And let's see, his overall today 1.9% up. Not bad. 269% in stocks and ETFs. Okay, looking great. It took a little bit off his VOO. That's what I see. But oh well, We'll talk about that later on. Me and him, he explained to me on the bonds and ETFs. Yeah, as you guys can see, yeah, the boy is learning how to do it. If he can do it, I know you can also do it too, right? Anyways, now guys, again, like I said, do not chicken out. Things happen for a reason. These opportunities come for a reason, and we are very close. This wealth transfer is going to happen so fast that if you don't know what is happening, you wake up next morning and everybody else is driving a Lambo while you're still over there scratching your head like what just happened, right? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, don't forget to like and comment. I am very interested in knowing what you think about everything that we talked about today. And also don't forget to share so that other millionaire minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Until I see you in my next one, let's get that wealth. It's generational wealth. Don't let it go by. All right, bye bye.